Walking Thunder is a woman that I respect very much. A woman that very serious when she wants to. She wants to be silly, she'll be silly. Walking Thunder is a woman that knows it all within all creation, be or anything that she's going to do, she'll challenge and she'll do it. That's me. That's Walking Thunder. In the beginning, sand painting was one of our trail as a warrior, okay? Long time ago, people used to fight different nationality. Our sand painting was like a telegram thing. And that was the beginning of the sand painting. There was this one man that was in the warpath, and he was going to be killed the next day, okay? So he made himself a sand painting. He thought that that sand painting was a messenger, the wind walker. So he did that sand painting for himself that night. He performed a sand painting, he performed a healing on himself. He sat on that sand painting, he prayed for that himself, and he never got killed. And that's how the healing is, and that's how they thought that the healing was come. It came to him through the Spirit, it came from him and his way of trying to save himself, save his life. The sand painting, what I'm going to be doing is traditional sand painting, and taking out all the lumps out of the sand to make it very even out. Then I have a loom that I use to level my ground to where it comes to a smooth thing. Right now I'm putting red sand, which means your inner feeling, your emotion that talks about in there. And I'm putting the red sand on the sand painting, and then right now I'm doing the turquoise, which stands for the beauty ways. Right there I'm having is a corn pollen. It symbolizes the cross of the corn pollen. It's respecting and for direction of the holy ones. And with positive mind, that the sand painting I'm doing will heal that person. So right now I'm trying to do all my red in a certain way of white straight line. The middle line is the white, which stands for positive. And the rainbow symbol by itself right there at that little red, turquoise, and white stands for feeling positively beautiful. Like I said, the red is your inner feeling, the white is your positive, and the turquoise is your beauty ways. Now what I want to start right now is the beginning of a triangle of a skirt of a yay traditional. Triangle, it talks about the three ways that we have in our life, which is our body, our inner spirit, and our shadow put together. And one thing we do is sometimes we do part different colors, and by the color of it I see the yellow, which stands for respect, and part of that triangle has a respect, and the other side has a healing symbol. The white leg stands for positive, standing on positive, and it's mostly dealing with the Holy One. And that figure will come up to, yeah, but the black one talks about teaching and understanding, teaching of your healing. And then I'm doing another turquoise talking about the beauty. And in our traditional belief, the beauty comes from the sinner, which is a child, or which is the life that comes from that symbol. The corn talks about our generation, talks about being more respectful with our generation, our ancestors, and that's why that goal is there. Plus, it's a healing thing, is that you're more. So actually right now the painting is speaking as feeling positively beautiful with positive respecting of healing. And that generation will continue wherever that healing goes. So I'm doing another figure on the other side. It shouldn't be completed on one side all the way. It should go back and forth, because that's the balance of Mother Earth itself and the balance of Father Sky itself. So you never complete one sand paint all the way by itself. You have to do it in a certain symbol in order. It still does deal with balance. And then I'm doing the red on that side. That means that person, that holy people is within her inner feeling. And then at the same time he's dealing with the creation. That black and white, all sacred colors are the four stones. Now he's standing with his teaching. I'm putting black there that symbolizes teaching. And anybody that stands and anybody that try to get healed, you have to be with it in your teaching and understanding. Now I'm doing the turquoise on the other side. And you notice that black line under there still deal with teaching. I'm putting a black arrowhead right now, and I'm putting the beauty under it. And that black arrowhead symbolizes that it comes in from the north side, and it's one of the things that you do within that creation on the north side, and that's that gold respected arrowhead there with the turquoise. Respect is always beautiful, and I'm shifting the sand on top of the line, and I am using the pollen that I took out in the back. That's the pollen. That sand painting I'm doing is actually telling a story of the creation, the healing, and the black line in the center is like a bell, which symbolizes the direction of being the gravity with Mother Earth or Father Sky. Notice that there's red marks and the black arrowhead, which symbolize the four direction, for feeling a four direction. I have black and white line on the skirt of the figure, which is Mother Earth and Father Sky creation. Now I have finished my sand painting, and I'm explaining to my patient what that sand painting that's on the floor means, in order for me to do the healing ceremony within helping herself heal within the creation, within a positive way and with her inner feeling. And that sand painting that I make for her is the traditional way of the Yeis and the traditional way of the holy people to go into her inner spirit. And within all that generation is mostly by thinking about herself, than more not thinking about others in a way of what she has been doing, which put her in a health problem. So to unease that, I did that sand painting for her in order for her to think about herself now as standing within walking beauty creation. And that's what I'm explaining to her, and her mind and her focus is more out within, not herself, but out in the world life. So she needs to get her body and her energy and everything back into her, so she can see more positive about what she will continue to get out from. And that's what the explantation is. And when I do this to all the patient or as a healing, I actually explained what my work is and how it's going to work on that person. Because once that person sits on the sand painting, he will take some herbs. Sometimes it takes time to sit on the sand painting, long time or short time. And that I have to notify my patient that way. And the feather I see on that is very traditional way of east to west creation. It's just forwardness. And that's what it is your life have to go on forward. And if you keep looking back, it's just not right to do that, because you're in that, it seems like it's like a rubber band. You're pulling yourself back. And right, what I'm using is to know that the forward direction of the Holy Spirit has to come work with me, and that's who I'm calling in, all the birds. And I'm chanting to all these creation that I need their help to get my patient healed, for them to know that the patient I have is going to sit of all colors of Mother Earth that has been detailed into a certain design of the holy people. And by doing that, I explained the sand painting to the Creator, to the holy ones, and to the energy out there, and to the wind people, that I am doing this. And I'm doing this with my more meditation that's in me. And when I'm doing this, my body is not my body anymore after the prayer I do, and it turns to a different channel. And sometimes it makes me cry, sometimes it makes me feel good. So a healing of a process in sand painting will give you a different things within your mind, your inner spirit. And it's sometimes weak and sometimes strong. At the time I was healing my patient, it was very strong in a way, but then a little bit in the middle. It was like kind of jumping beans. It goes back up and down till where I can focus what the main problem was to talk about the sand painting. On the sand painting on the side is something that will keep you going forward and not letting yourself down as you help and go along. That's what I'm praying about. I'm calling the energy. I'm calling the holy people. I'm saying Mother Earth. So mostly I'm saying is for my patient to walk on Mother Earth, for my patient to stay on Mother Earth. He has not completed her job. He has not completed his teaching. I'm saying that my patient has to be cleansed from the body. The holy ways has to come in forward direction. The holy ways has to come from the east south. Now, Sam means Mother Earth. See, when our traditional is talking about the creation here. It doesn't talk about up there, heaven or anything. It talks about the creation around here, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's where you feel the energy in. And that's what I'm doing. And right now, I got my pollen, and the pollen I have is a cornmeal and pollen mixed together. And I'm making the clouds. It's just like the sky. I'm making the clouds, and the patient right there, right now, is cleansing her body with yaka before she comes over. And while she's cleansing her body, I do prayers there. But in the very old way, the medicine man will sit in front and do the singing of the cleansing the body. Okay, my way is prayer of cleansing. That's what you call, and that's what I'm doing. And see those corn pollen with the corn. It's for a woman, it's a yellow corn. For men, it's a white corn. For me to mix the gold corn with the pollen, it comes out that way. And what I'm doing right now is her footstep back to reality, not to where, see, she's been doing a lot of things outwards that now she has to come back to who she is, know herself again, and that's the step of it. That's what she's doing. And she's stepping back into reality for the beauty ways. And then she sits on the sand painting. Next thing I'll be doing is giving her the corn pollen that's mixed with the corn for her to bless the sand painting in order for that sand painting to be the healer. It's like giving a gift to the creator out there, and with the holy smoke in both directions, which is her communication with the creator. And that's what she's doing right now, is to make her mark that she's walking through that vision thing, our healing path. And with that it makes him enter. It's just like a key to the healing process of the sand painting. And the wind will know her in all four directions. That's why he's giving the sand of the painting of the holy people right there from the east to west creation of positive is for her to understand herself back. And a lot of people tends to forget who they are, and that's what's going on. And she gets that the lady gets the turkey feather, what symbolized, you can bring water in the morning and it symbolizes life for us. That turkey feather she's carrying is a life for us. And she stands there and she puts her feet on both sides, and she'll get help to get seated, or she can seat it herself. And by doing that, that's my daughter-in-law and me sitting, helping her in that direction. And the blacking I put on her face is the mark of, for a young man, it would be the mark of a warrior. For a woman, it's the mark of a vision, marks of a healing, the marks of continuing in circle of life. So she continue. So this is where people would say that you will be reborn. And the thing that I'm putting on her right now is the corn pollen. Is truly forwardness, truly known as that the sand painter of the visioner will understand her, and then the pollen and the black is the one that is the mark of the warrior path. And then she gets sometime we get the necklace of a shell, and that shell represents mother, white woman shell woman. She's a child of that person, and that creation of a healing symbol. And she sits there, and I give her the warrior stick, prayer stick that she have. One is with crystal that has sacred grounds of all direction. One is my old crystal thing comes down the line, which I never undone. It keeps it as a holy way. And the other one is called the growing. Is this the one that's on the north side? That's the rug of that, but it's in the similar black. So for her to aim, the feather on top of her that I'm putting on is, it will be from that beginning, she will be sealing. See, in the prayers of the sand painting, I name all her body and every string of her hair, and she's going to travel that direction. So that's why I put the feather on, and then I put that sand and the pollen again, and the pollen right there, I put right to left. It has to be right to left, and that's the pollen. Then it has to be in her mouth and on forwardness under her feet, that she walks in beauty, but only one side right now. That's reopening the channel again. And right there is deep concentration. In traditional medicine way, we were not taught to read the book and do our prayers that way, okay? When the energy or the Holy One enter your body, keeps the prayers outside up here in the mind. Then we don't come up from the book. It comes from your heart and how you feel about your patient. That's why it's very, very, very spiritual. And that's what I'm doing, is getting into getting her energy now. I'm getting her energy, how she feels. That's what's going on right now. And that's what I'm praying about, is mostly about her energy now. How I can, it's just like a string tied together, how I can unloosen and make it where I won't break it. So when you break a string, you can go straight cut on it, but I don't want to do a straight cut. So I have to untangle it like real nice way. Sometimes it makes you cry when you do that. Each time I touch my body, each time I do this, that symbolizes that this word is being touched on her body. So as you notice, I'm praying, I'll be touching my own body, and I'll be touching her. It's standing in front of her, looking at her. I see it in my vision, what's going on right now within her. It's going to the knee, it's going to both knees. Taking the medicine. That's 9 herbs that's mixed together with the woman medicine she's taking right now. And those are the only medicine I take, is all bitter. She's been down. Reopen it. The fluid is actually a connection between you and the Creator to win the holy ways, the Holy Spirit. And when you use the fluid in a certain symbol and just think about the sound of the fluid, that's where it takes you. Well, when I started, and when she was washing and when I was singing, so, I just wondered if she was scared, wondered if she was afraid of the herbs. There's that wonder that came through my mind. But then I said, no, if she wants to be healed, she wouldn't be afraid. So from there, after she's taken the herb, I had confidence that she will get well.
The herbs were very gentle. Actually, it was described to me as women's medicine that cleanses your whole body, all your organs, everything. And to me, it tasted like chamomile tea. So it was very gentle and sweet. Wonderful.
When I was praying, that person that came around, stood before her, which I seen in my eyes, in my vision as I closed my eyes. And that's when you felt that breeze as it go in. And it went back up. So I know whatever she's aiming for now, it will come in a good way, because one thing I am very proud that she did is she taught what I asked her to say, these words. She did it. And that gave me the courage to do what I want to do for her. Put my whole body in there for her.
I feel different. I feel that there's a totally different energy in me. I feel like a new person. I feel reborn. Okay. Okay?
You're saying that from your heart? You know you're feeling that way?
My whole body is tingling down to
Cool.
the cellular level. It's incredible.
Cool.
The whole point behind the healing for me was a rebirth. And that meant going back during the beginning to my childhood experiences, and releasing everything. Just everything throughout the years. It was just wonderful to sit there and feel supported in that chanting and that prayer and release and know that I was being born into love and compassion and just a world of ease and grace where I was supported. And I brought strength in with me because I picked the warrior side very deliberately.
When I feel that my patient got all the blessing, she will actually change the complex of her body. She will actually feel like the way she walks, her walk will be more softer. She will express herself in a way to others, and other people will realize that themselves. As sometimes my patient, when I finish with my patient, they will see the light around them. And that's one of the things that I know, because when I finish with my patient, I usually see light around them.
I will take the strength, the rebirth that I came here to acquire. I will be a new person. People will see that in me. People will feel it in my energy. I came here somebody who was described as soft, somebody who gives too much of myself. I'll still give, but I'll know that I give to myself first. I'll be a spiritual warrior.
One of the things I really, really tell my patient is be yourself. Don't try to compete. Keep yourself beauty. And the most important thing is don't forget who you are. Hopefully, some people will understand there are true healers there, out there, that is willing to help.